The Rus, a civilization of cavalry, hunting, and wood. Welcome to the Soul of Civilizations, a format designed to introduce you to each civilization in Age of Empires 4. This series will help you choose amongst the many civilizations available and also allow you to better understand them, whether you're playing them or facing them. Let's start with the difficulty. The Rus are rated 2 out of 3 stars by the game, but let's be honest, this rating dates back to the very beginning of the game. Since then, a few changes have been made that greatly facilitate this civilization. Personally, I would give them a rating of 1 out of 3 stars. It's a very good civilization to start with because it has simple and very powerful bonuses. Despite this, there are still a few aspects that are a little more complex, but nothing insurmountable, even for a player who has just started playing AoE 4. The first major feature of the Rus is hunting, which is central to this civilization. This is one of their key characteristics, thanks in particular to hunting cabins. This unique building is a very special mill. Like any mill, you can deposit food inside of it, but you can also develop technologies such as wheelbarrows, horticulture, survival techniques, and professional scouts. In addition to this, the hunting cabin has some specific features. First of all, it costs twice as much as a conventional mill, but this cost is justified by the bonuses it provides. The first bonus is that the hunting cabin produces gold based on the number of trees around it. One thing to keep in mind, however, is that if a tree counts for one hunting cabin, it will not count for a second one nearby. So be sure to place your hunting cabins far apart from each other. This powerful bonus allows you to start the game with 2 hunting cabins right from the beginning, so you don't need to collect gold to advance to H2. Given the resources you have at the start of the game, you will need to take 50 wood so that you can also build a house quickly and avoid being blocked by your population limit. Another feature of this building is that it can produce scouts. Yes, a mill that produces units. This bonus is particularly useful at the start of the game because it allows you to have a second or even a third scout very quickly, enabling you to explore the map much faster than your opponent. This means you can have more ships than them, but also better explore their base to deduce their game plan and therefore your own. This bonus is also very useful if you want to bring deer back to your town center using professional scouts, which is very interesting with Rus because hunting cabins allow you to quickly obtain a large number of scouts without having to build a stable. Another bonus of hunting cabins is that they can see through stealth forests. Those small forests that can camouflage units and in which you can hardly see anything. Well, here you will be able to see very well thanks to your hunting cabins, which act as a kind of outpost. One last thing to know about hunting cabins, the total gold production of all your cabins cannot exceed 500 gold per minute. That's already pretty powerful as it is. So make sure you maximize this bonus as soon as you can to get the full 100% benefit. That way, if you're playing against the Rus, you'll know that this building is powerful and you can potentially destroy the hunting cabins scattered across the map to take away your opponent's vision as well as part of their income. Now, let's move on to a second bonus for the Rus civilization related to hunting. With this civilization, when you harvest food from sheep, deer or wild boar, you get gold. Yes, gold. In addition to the basic food, of course. This gold will go directly into your bank, but it will also contribute to the overall bounty that you can earn with this civilization. There are 3 levels you can reach with this bounty. When you collect 100 gold from hunting animals, you gain a 5% increase in food gathering speed from all sources, as well as the ability to generate 10% more gold from your hunting cabins. When you collect 400 gold, you go from 5% to 10% for food gathering and from 10% to 25% for gold generation from your hunting cabins. Finally, at 1000 bounty, you go from 10% to 15% for food and from 25% to 40% for the gold bonus from your hunting cabins. If you hadn't got it yet, the Rus are an excellent economic civilization thanks to these bonuses. 15% is more than an economic technology that boosts your food gathering, and your hunting cabins, combined with the bounty, can mean that you won't need to take gold with your villagers for a long time during your games. All of this allows you to avoid risking your villagers on this resource, but also to place them on other resources of interest that will be boosted. Because it's not just food harvesting that is improved with this civilization. Wood can also be improved thanks to the wooden fortresses that I will introduce to you shortly. So here you have a civilization that wants to capitalize as much as possible on hunting by harvesting most of the animals on the map in order to increase their hunting bounty and benefit from powerful bonuses. To do this, an excellent strategy is to bring the deers on the map under your town center using professional scouts as mentioned earlier. This will give you one of the best early game economies and make you impossible to attack. Not only because you won't be on your gold, but also because all your food will be under your town center. If you face the Rus, you must try to prevent them from bringing deer back to their town center, otherwise it will be difficult to damage them and their economy will likely surpass yours. Now that we've introduced Rus hunting, let's move on to a second very interesting bonus offered by this civilization. With the Rus, you have access to the wooden fortresses. These are simply special outposts. These structures have an aura around them that allows your villagers to deposit 20% more wood in any building boosted by this influence. Ideal for an abundant wood economy protected from your enemy attacks, especially since these wooden fortresses benefit from other powerful bonuses. These outposts have 100% extra health as well as 3 additional garrison slots. This is ideal for hunting wild boar, for example, as you can only assign a maximum of 8 villagers to collect this boar. However, these bonuses do not come for free, as wooden fortresses cost 175 wood compared to 100 wood for a standard outpost. These fortresses are incredible for early defense, as they benefit from certain unique technologies that increase their damage and vision at a certain cost. They can also benefit from all their bonuses simultaneously, unlike standard outposts. You can therefore have both arrow slits and sprinkle emplacements on your fortresses, which is not the case for the outposts of other civilizations. However, as the game progresses, these outposts become less effective because you will not be able to fortify them or place cannons in these defenses. Despite this, they remain excellent for a long time in the game and are essential to use, especially in your wood, to benefit from the economic bonus they provide while securing the area, of course. Fortresses are not the only powerful wooden defenses available to the Rus. Wooden walls also have twice as many hit points, allowing you to better defend yourself against rapid attacks from your opponent. On the other hand, the Rus cannot access stone walls, which can be quite limiting in the late game. Another bonus in the Rus Wood universe is the possibility of having special boats that are more powerful but also more expensive. Lodia boats. All Rus's boats have unique ability to transform into another boat for a cost and a transformation time. This bonus can be useful for surprising your opponent in certain situations. In addition, Rus's fishing boats have a very powerful bonus. They harvest food faster, almost twice as fast as conventional fishing boats, and do not need to drop off the food at a dock for it to arrive in your bank. The resources will magically teleport after being harvested, eliminating the need for back and forth trips. These two bonuses make them the best fishing boats in the game. However, Rus's fishing boats cost twice as much as traditional ones. Despite all this, the Rus are not the best civilization on water, because if you want to build boats, you will have to spend a lot of wood to do so. And therefore, there will not be enough wood to also build hunting cabins, meaning you will have to go and search for gold with your villagers, thus depriving yourself of a powerful bonus from this civilization. Now that we know the most important characteristics of this civilization, let's look at the choice of the transition to H2 that we have with the Rus. Let's start by introducing the Golden Gate. It is a special building that allows you to make advantageous trades on a regular basis. You can exchange gold for any other resources or exchange any resources for gold. These exchanges are very interesting because they allow you to exchange 100 of one resource in order to have 150 of another one. You get one exchange every 50 seconds and you can store these exchanges in your building indefinitely in the form of tickets. These tickets can be used whenever you want. This building is extremely powerful in terms of economy, but also because it allows you to avoid having to gather gold in most situations for a long time during your games. With the Rus, you benefit from powerful bonuses on food and wood gathering. Focus on harvesting these boosted resources and use your Golden Gate to obtain gold in abundance without having to risk your your villagers on the map. Your second choice for H2 is the Kremlin. This Kremlin is a more solid wooden fortress, as it is a landmark and therefore has more HP, but also because it has a free arrow slit slot. It also comes equipped with 2 unique Rus wooden fortress technologies at no extra cost, which increase the damage of arrows fired from this building by +2 and also increase its line of sight range by +6. In addition to this, the Kremlin has a ticket mechanic that is similar to the Golden Gate. However, they do not give the same bonus at all. When you use your tickets with this Kremlin, you raise the militia, which allows you to obtain 2 militia soldiers per ticket in your possession. These are a kind of spearmen who can defend you for a short time. However, they automatically lose their health points over time. They are therefore only useful for defending against your opponent's attack. You get 1 ticket every 80 seconds and each ticket costs 55 food to activate. As this building is a wooden fortress, it gives you a 20% bonus on the deposit of your wood. When you go H3, you can also equip it with a springle emplacement. As you can see, the Kremlin is a defensive building. Choose this option when you expect an attack from your opponent or if you want to play double town centers without fear of being destroyed. After advancing to H2, you can produce heavy cavalry directly with the Rus. This feature allows you to quickly gain the upper hand at the start of the game. You will be able to defend yourself effectively or put pressure on your opponent quickly with these powerful units. But be careful, heavy cavalry are very expensive units. Make sure you don't lose them to your opponent's units in order to maintain your advantage. Don't forget to hunt wild boar at H2 and research professional scout to find the deer on the map and benefit from all the bonuses mentioned before. If your opponent tries to stop you, build an army and secure the resources on the map. Once the resources are secured, you can move on to H3. For H3, you can choose between the High Trade House or the Abbey of the Trinity. The High Trade House is a building that allows you to generate gold in the same way as hunting cabins, but at a rate that is 400% higher. In addition, the area of influence is larger, allowing you to earn more gold than with hunting cabins. The gold generated by this building does not count towards the production limit of hunting cabins, so you can still generate a maximum of 500 additional gold with the other hunting cabins. In the High Trade House, you cannot produce technologies or scouts. However, this building periodically generates deers. A deer will appear every 60 seconds. This building is therefore perfect for consolidating your hunting bonus, but also for ensuring a steady supply of food and gold. The other H3 building is the Abbey of the Trinity. This is a special monastery that allows you to produce religious units at half price. These religious units are very specific and you can access them even if you haven't reached the age with the Abbey of the Trinity, the warrior monks. These units are mounted, which allows them to move more easily across the map to gather relics and capture sacred sites more easily, but also to accompany your mobile units and fight alongside them. Indeed, they can fight, but they can also boost your nearby units thanks to their charge, which gives a bonus of +2 for the attack and a bonus of +1 for the armor to nearby units for a short time. These units are therefore incredible for accompanying your army, especially your cavalry units, as warrior monks moves at the same speed as them. Advancing through the age with the Abbey of the Trinity also gives you access to 2 specific technologies to further boost your warrior monks. These include Fervor, which gives you 5 additional tile range on your monk's charge boost, as well as +1 additional attack during this bonus. The second technology allows you to increase the health points of your warrior monks by 100. This building is very powerful for quickly collecting relics and taking full advantage of the bonus conferred by your warrior monks to turn them into powerful war units that can greatly boost your army. At H3, you unlock one of the best units in the game with the Rus: Horse Archers. This unit is so powerful that it can win most of your game on its own. These cavalry archers are ideal for raiding your opponent's economy due to their mobility, which is the same as heavy cavalry. Because of this mobility, they are also excellent at shooting and then retreating indefinitely to damage your opponents without them being able to strike back. The famous hit and run. Their base damage is very high, which allows them to effectively deal with armored units. In addition, their cost is not very high, 80 food and 40 wood, given that the Rus have significant gathering bonuses for both of these resources. Thus, it is extremely easy to produce horse archers in large quantities. Their only weakness is when facing large numbers of archers or enemy mangonels, but in this case, you can simply run in the other direction to avoid disadvantageous fights. The only unit I can see effectively countering horse archers is light cavalry, which can catch up with them and inflict significant damage. That's why adding knights to your army composition will make you extremely powerful, but also very mobile. This allows you to put pressure on your opponent, prevent them from taking resources, engage in battles that suit you, and avoid complicated fights. Moreover, at h3, you unlock a technology in your blacksmith that allows you to boost the HP of all your cavalry units by 25. This bonus applies to your light and heavy cavalry, as well as your horse archers and warrior monks. So here you have the essence of the Rus civilization in h3. Play around your cavalry units, which have very powerful bonuses. Don't forget to include a few warrior monks in this army to boost this powerful military force capable of destroying enemy economies and armies. Now that we know all this, let's move on to h4. With the Rus, you have the choice between the Spasskaya Tower and the High Armory. The Spasskaya Tower is a very powerful keep that benefits from a free cannon and sprinkled emplacement. As it is a landmark, it has more hit points than a classic keep and can be repaired with wood. In addition to this, the Spasskaya Tower allows you to unlock stone walls with the Rus. Without this building, you will never have access to them. The High Armory, meanwhile, allows you to pay less for siege equipment from nearby siege workshops. A second feature of this building is that it gives you access to unique and specific technologies to improve your siege units. Instant deployment on your mangonels, trebuchets and cannons, sprinkles with +1 range, bombards that inflict 20% additional damage, and finally, battering rams that inflict small damage and heal themselves. As you can see, choose the Spasskaya Tower to defend yourself and the High Armory to attack your opponent. At level 4, you unlock the Streltsy, one of the best units of the civilization. It's a slightly different and much stronger hand cannoneer. First of all, they cost less. Significantly less. This is very useful for quickly acquiring a large number of them. This gunpowder unit also has an axe that allows it to fight in close combat if necessary, inflicting 60 damage per hit. This is simply the highest base damage rate you can have on a unit. But that's not all. When you remain stationary for more than 10 seconds with the Streltsy, you unlock a bonus giving you 30% additional attack speed. So avoid moving around with this unit, as you are much stronger when camping in your positions. As you can see, this hand cannoneer is one of the best, if not the best, in the game. Take advantage to this to win your battles. Remember how incredible your cavalry is with this civilization? Wait, you haven't seen everything yet. At h4, you can give your heavy cavalry a battle axe that gives them +4 damage. Incredible, isn't it? Still not finished? Well, no. Your horse archers also benefit from a special technology in h4 that gives them +1 range on their attack and unlocks the gallop ability, which boosts their movement speed and gives them an additional +2 tire range on their attacks for 8 seconds. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe in order to do not miss the next videos of the Soul of Civilizations. Those videos take a lot of time to do, so thanks to everyone who support the content. If you want to participate, don't hesitate to go in the description and see everything I do and how to support it. For those who are still here, comment Hunting Cabin in the comment section. And don't hesitate to click here to see another presentation of the Soul of Civilizations.